My name is Norman Solomon. I'm a co-chair of this commission on a Green New Deal for the North Bay. And it's really a project animated by a belief that democracy needs to be reinvigorated, that democracy is not choosing from choices that are handed down from on high, but at best the process yields discourse, debate, and free flow of information starting at the grassroots. I think coming in you probably picked up the mission statement that has been sort of hashed out below these many months as the working group and the commission have been endeavoring to get a handle on what we are up to. And so I'll try not to repeat that except to mention the two sort of central questions that this project revolves around. How can we create a sustainable green future that includes economic equity and social justice? How can agendas for economic rights and environmental protection become more integrated and more successful? As you probably know, we're going to be having 7 more forums in the next 4 weeks. And then over the summer, try to mull over a lot of what we've heard. We're going to be in urban, rural, and suburban areas of Marin and Sonoma counties. Let me mention that whether you speak here tonight or not, we're asking for your statements, long or short, pithy or otherwise, and you won't be killing any trees in the process if they're not pithy, because we're going to ask for them by email. And the email address is on, I think, that literature and on our website, which of course is greennewdeal.info. And that's just voices at would be the email process for your documents, long or short, voices at greennewdeal.info. A lot of the premise that we're working on is that we can't go it alone, and we certainly can't be successful alone. That those who are concerned about the terrible trends in terms of the ecology of the planet, if they're not capable, if we're not capable of working in coalition with people of other concerns, then the trends that we have seen and tried to stop will probably continue more or less in a downward slide. Likewise, people who are very concerned about labor rights and economic justice and social justice and a whole host of other issues which sometimes are rendered discrete but actually we're finding are so interrelated. We are on the commission, 16 members, going to try to talk very little, especially at these forums, and to listen a whole lot. This evening, the preparation and the structure that we have is in place to give a sort of an overview and a structural continuity of the evening, but it's not really about orchestration. It's much more, if you will, akin to sort of jazz improv within the structure. So we're looking forward to hearing a lot of different notes sounded, whether at certain moments you like it or not, or we like it or not, we're here to listen. And with that, I'd like to introduce one of the other co-chairs of this commission, Lisa Maldonado, who's Executive Director of the North Bay Labor Council.
Thank you, Norman. And I am very happy to be here. I'm very excited to have you guys here and to be here to listen with everyone else. I think this is such a huge teachable moment for all of us. And as we got together and started thinking about really a radical re-examination of our culture, everything from how we live individually to how we organize ourselves, how our government works, it's been very exciting. And I think we have to approach this with like Norman's saying, a real kind of jazz improv, which doesn't mean you can smoke pot inside the room, but it does mean that it's okay to have dissonant notes. It's okay to not have everybody agree. It's okay to have everybody come from a different place. And for us in labor, the North Bay Labor Council is an organization that represents the interests of working families in Marin, Mendocino, Sonoma, and Lake counties. It's really exciting to be building alliances with environmentalists, with housing advocates, with all other kinds of folks, because we realize that we are so powerful now, and a lot of us, having seen this huge change that we made, are also now seeing a lot of reaction, and we know there are forces of reaction. So at the same time that we're brainstorming, we need to also be cognizant and be ready to not to react to the folks that don't want change and that are very entrenched, and we see them on the front page of the papers every day fighting to keep things the way that they were because it was working so well. But we definitely need to be able to respond to some of those things. So we'll all be asking questions as well, just if you have an idea for the people to come up and speak, and feel free to just, let loose with whatever ideas, and we will just go from there. I think that's the basic housekeeping. For anyone who doesn't know the room, there's refreshments there right outside, and the bathrooms are in the back. So, and as soon as we introduce ourselves, I believe we will then have folks just start, and there might be one or two people that need to speak quickly or at the beginning, right? And if you have questions, just go ahead and ask us, and we'll keep it as informal and as open and as, for brainstorming as we can. Okay, so I'll open it up for the rest of the folks to introduce themselves and their organizations and where they're coming from.
Hi, I'm Will Peer, and I'm from the Sonoma Valley area, and I ran for the 1st District Supervisorial seat last November. Came really close to winning it. Going to try again in 4 years. So I'm here because I really want to help our little niche of Sonoma get in touch with what's going on in the rest of Marin Sonoma, so that we can all work together to make this a more sustainable community for all of us.
Hello, my name is Olivia Beltran, and I'm a community member here in Marin County for 22 years. And my main interest is always to have people from diverse communities to be integrated. And as you see, we always need the diversity everywhere we go. I just transitioned into a new job, so I'm working in a nonprofit. It's called EARN in San Francisco, but it's going to be branching off here in Marin County. But I still care about community issues besides my working with nonprofits, and I've worked in the nonprofit sector for, I said over 15 years, because if I tell more, then it kind of tells how long I've been working. So, and then people might say, oh, there might be a limit there or something, so just, over 15 years working in the nonprofit sector.
Hi, my name's Ginger Saunders Mason, and my concern over the last few years is the increased body burdens of chemicals that we've never asked to be introduced into our systems. I would also like to say that Naomi Klein introduced me to an idea that, well, let me say first, I would recommend the shock doctrine to anyone, so you would understand the economic problems we're going through right now. But Milton Friedman, whom she was writing about, had an idea many, many years ago, and he said, if there's a problem, people will grasp at the ideas that are hanging around. Well, they did, and now we're in these problems. It's about time we got the ideas out there hanging around that are good ideas for people and not for corporations. So I'm hoping that, I'm looking forward to hearing your ideas tonight.
Hello, my name is Kiki Laporta. My family has lived in Marin County since 1967, so I feel quite invested in this community. In my sustainability work in the county and in the region, I've found that people often just assume that sustainability means environment. And my mantra is sustainability is economic, it's environment, it's social equity, and I believe that climate change, global warming, is not just an environmental issue, it's an international relations issue as well. So we need to start where we are, and in the city of San Rafael, we've taken some steps to create a climate change action plan, and integrated in that plan are very strong initiatives to reach into parts of the community that have not been represented before, and to work with the economic sector and the other parts of the community that are not usually at the table. So it's wonderful for us, it's wonderful for me to be sitting on this panel with all of these very, very committed, intelligent, and heartful people, and all of you out there to share ideas and see what we can do to go middle up down and middle down up in terms of the ideas, the recommendations and suggestions that we can bring to government and to our own communities to make a better world.